Hello, everyone. Um, hmm, okay, I'm ready. Hope you guys are having a good day. Uh, let me know if you can all hear me. I think you all can. Think we're good. So, happy free comic book day to all my geeks out there, all the people who, love comic books, love superheroes, love all that shit. So, today, I thought I would put together in honor of free comic book day. I'll show you the stuff I got on free comic book day. It's actually kind of small. Um, that I got today, but I'll show you all, and I mean all my comic books that I have right now that I from childhood slash from, you know, modern day type stuff. So this is gonna be a long one, guys, because I'm looking at a lot of comics right now, and not every one of them I'll go in depth on because well, for one, I haven't read every single comic book that I own, but two is that it would be an even longer video to go in depth on the ones I've read. So sometimes I'll just show you a comic book. Sometimes I'll say, yeah, this is a really good one. And then if there was one that is like really, really good that I want to talk about, then I'll like take the time out of and like actually share with you my deeper thoughts on the comic at hand. So I'm really excited to do this, guys. I've been wanting to do like a comic show off and stuff for a while. So I was going to make this like part of a Hall of Heroes episode, but I realized, we got to review Doctor Strange on Hall of Heroes. So it's going to take way too long to show off comic books and to do that. And if my friend Nolan pops up, he has even more comic books that he might want to show off. Um, so yeah, that's going to be kind of, but he hasn't messaged me back. So I don't know if he's showing up tonight, but it might just be us, and I'm fine with that. So I'm excited. I say let's get this show on the road, shall we? Um, but beforehand, let me just show everyone, share to people that I'm live right now, because some people may not know it. So let me just share that because I would love to get as many people on here to um, check this out as possible. So hold up. Oh man, I lost a subscriber. Guess they don't like comic books. Damn. Okay, well, hey, I'm here. I don't care. Um, let's see. Cool. So yeah, with that said, I say we get this show on the road. So I'm gonna show you the ones I got today on Free Comic Book Day. I only got 3 on Free Comic Book Day. There you go. That works. Because the place I went to, I mean, one, they didn't really have a lot of good choices to choose from, and then two is that I was kind of in a rush because I had to be somewhere. Um, but I still picked up 3 comic books. Starting with, and this is my favorite one I picked up. Um, it's like a reprint because it says Stanley Presents inside of it. So this is like a reprint of an old Red Sonja comic book here. I got this one today on Free Comic Book Day. Red Sonja. She evil with a sword. She evil, man. And it says, whatever battleground, whatever foe, I shall never falter. So swears the Red Sonja. That's a badass poster right there. I hope I don't get demonetized for showing a woman in a bikini and stuff, but that's a really badass poster right there. So, uh, so I got Red Sonja today. Um, Another one I got. So I was like really obsessed with this game when it was on PS4, and then I saw that they made a comic book out of it. And I was like, "No way." I was like, "I have to get this just so I can read a little bit of it, just so I," because like, it's kind of insane. I loved this game. Um, so oh, whoa, what's that in the back? Ooh, there's a graphic novel collection. That's cool. I'll have to look into getting that at some point. But right here, we've got Bloodborne. I got this on Free Comic Book Day. I love Bloodborne, the video game. One of my favorite games of all time, period, point blank. So that's why I'm really excited about this one here. Um, really excited to read that one off to you guys. Uh, and then next step, I've got, because I was going to go see Doctor Strange for a third time today, that I saw America Chavez was on here, and I haven't read anything America Chavez. I'm not used to reading anything from her. So, because America Chavez is right there, I got Marvel Voices. I don't really know what this is, uh, what it's about. I haven't really read it, but Marvel Voices is one of the ones I got today on Free Comic Book Day. So I thought that was, it looks fairly interesting, uh, but I don't know. Um, I'll definitely give this one a shot. If you guys would like comic reviews, let me know too. That'd be something I'd be down to do. Okay. So here is some other ones I have right here. All right. Okay. Cool. Now here's one I'm currently reading right now. Like I'm in the process of reading it. I'm halfway through it. Um, and this is, I got this at a comic book store because um, with Doctor Strange coming out, I thought this would be fitting. This is our first issue as well of Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider special. That's pretty cool, right there. That comic book. I feel like I'm ASMRing when I do that, but yeah, this is a cool comic book right there. Um, it's really good so far too. I'm really enjoying it. Another one, I got another first issue. I always try to collect first issues because one of these days they're going to become super rare if they aren't already. So I always try to get first issues of stuff. And one of the ones I got the first issue for was Wonder Man, which is another Marvel comic here. And it says free poster inside, and there actually is a free poster inside. Uh, this comic I have not started reading yet. I have another Wonder Man comic I've read before that I have in my collection, but I've not read this one. So um this will definitely be interesting to read. I'm excited to read that one. And another one. This is one I read recently and was really good. Getting ready for the Batman, which was another first issue. Uh, Cyborg Blue Devil. I think it's just called uh, Catwoman, but this is a Catwoman comic book here, which is pretty cool. I really dig this one a lot. Um, Catwoman is one of my favorite DC characters, so this is a really good one. And of course, you know me being a Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars fan. I have to have some Star Wars comics. This is 11 of 36 though, so I don't, it's not, I need to collect the rest, but this is a Star Wars Darth Vader comic there, even though it doesn't show Darth Vader on the front. But hey, Darth Vader's still a Skywalker, so that's still fitting. So yeah, Star Wars Darth Vader. I'll show you another Star Wars comic or two that I've actually been reading because it being Star Wars month. I'm going to get around to reading this one probably this month too because of it being Star Wars Day and everything, and Darth Vader will be popping up in you know the Obi-Wan series, which I'm super excited about. So that'll be fun. This next one I have here is This thing got pushed a little bit. I'm gonna have to fix that. But this next one I have here. Uh, both of these characters are some of my favorite characters in Marvel as well. And this is a first issue from December 1996, and it's a runaway first issue of Sabretooth and Mystique. Yeah, Sabretooth. I thought I said first. Yeah, it's Sabretooth and Mystique right there, which is pretty cool. Uh, and this one, I only like just started, so I need to like finish it, but it's off to a good start so far. So, um, and then this one, I used to have like as a kid, and I didn't own it anymore. But there's another first issue, so I got it again. And that is this X-Men comic, uh, which was like one of my favorite comic books of all time growing up. So this one was awesome. Um, so excited to read that one again. This one I just read recently, and it was really good. Called this Secret Origins, the Golden Age Superman, right there. So you get that Superman um, comic. I'm not much of a Superman fan, but Man of Steel made me a Superman fan. And and I read this comic, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Um, this one too is a good one. Haven't read the second issue yet, but uh, I got a two issue here, which is I got two issues. I mean I have a bunch of issues, like personally. Um, anyways, though, this is a 1 in a 6 issue limited series, so I need to get all six. I was only able to find two at the comic book store, but this is Kitty Pryde and Wolverine comics. Um, so starting with the first issue right here is Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. The Wolverine is my all-time favorite superhero. People know that about me. And then here is issue number 2, which is Kitty Pryde and Wolverine with another cool artwork. I really like that artwork even more. Like it's really cool. So so yeah, that one's pretty cool. And then this one, I actually was tempted one time to get like the entire set and collection because they had the entire collection of this one here. And this is like every single book, but I ended up just getting the first issue of Zorro, which is really cool. So I'm excited to read Zorro when I get the chance there. I love the movies, all that stuff, and I've read a little bit of the comic, but haven't finished it. But yeah, it's a fun time. This one, this is a nice rarity item here. First issue of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch. This is a really, really great comic. I've read it digitally. I've never read the physical version. I don't even know if I've opened this version. That's why you see the tape is still there. I never even opened this version, but because I've read it digitally and I own it digitally. But you always have to have the. Man, I'm such a physical collector. I had to have it on physical, so there it is. And maybe one day I'm never gonna sell it, but maybe one day it'll definitely be a rarity item. So, and this, I'm not really a big Walking Dead fan, but this has a story behind it. So, I have a Walking Dead comic here, and a fun story behind it. So, I went to a Comic Con in Richmond, Virginia, and we got to meet Michael Rooker, who played Daryl's brother, like Merle or something like that. I think was his name, something along those lines. I forget what his name was. Um, in The Walking Dead, and he also played Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. Well, he had a little Q&A session, like a little fun thing he did, and apparently he handed us all free Walking Dead comics. So I got this for free at the convention. He just handed this all to us at the Q&A, which is really really nice of him. So I have not had a chance to read this because I'm not really a big fan of the Walking Dead show, but I am curious to pick up the comics and such. So and like start reading the comic books. So I'll definitely read this one when I get a chance. All right. So, man, and that's just scratching the surface, guys. We haven't even started yet. Okay, so next up, next set of comics. Well, let me show. I got this Robin comic here. There's another first issue of a Robin comic. It's a fun one. All right. Next up, we've got. So, I've got next. Oh, okay. This is just a little. I'll show you this still, because it like, because this is what it looks like on the inside. Like it's still comic related thing. But this is pretty much just I got this at the Comic-Con as well, and this is pretty much just a preview of several different kind of comic books. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then next up, another Star Wars comic, one I started reading on May the 4th, and it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. It says this is the solo comic Han and Star Wars fans deserve, and I agree. This is Han Solo. There you go, a Han Solo comic book. There's yeah, that's Leia on the front. You get Chewbacca. You got Han. I ended up getting this for like Christmas, I believe. I think I got this as a Christmas gift, which is really thoughtful of my friend to give this to me. Um, so yeah, I got that for Christmas. So I'm ready. I'm excited to read more of it when I get the chance. All right, so showing off just some more of my comics. Ugh. Here is extra stuff right here. I need to get me like, if you guys are ever looking to give me like any gifts or anything, I need a comic box. Like I don't own those cardboard boxes that hold your comic books in them. I really need something like that because I feel like that would be uh uh, all right. So yeah, I I really need one of those comic boxes though because I don't like having them in this thing. They can bend sometimes and stuff. I really need to buy me one of those boxes. I saw one today. I should have asked if it was free because it said free comic book day on the actual box. I should have asked if it was free, but um, this one is kind of cool. This is like history of the DC universe, and I love me some DC, so I thought that was something that was kind of cool there. Um, just yeah, it dives into some of the history of DC. Um, some stuff like that. So yeah, this is really cool if you're a DC fan. Um, and then these ones here that I got. So this is kind of fun, but I've got me some. My friend, his dad used to have a bunch of comics, and so he gave me uh, some some of his comics. Uh, you know, from when his dad was a kid, and one of those was apparently they have a. I don't know if it's just a three-part series. I didn't even know Marvel did this too, which is kind of wild. But they actually have. This is how awesome this guy is. He has his own comic books. They have Chuck Norris comic. This is issue number 1, right there of Chuck Norris, and then uh, there's issue number 2 of Chuck Norris right here. Karate Commandos. And then Here is issue number 3 of Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. So that's pretty cool. And they're all really good. They're all surprisingly fun too. Like I enjoy those. Um, no, those one I haven't read, but I own it because I got it for free. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's a Fat Albert comic. Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. It's just I haven't even read this one. It's kind of a throwaway comic, but you know what? It's fun. I bet it's fun. I haven't read it yet. Um, and then another one that I own here is oh no, it's a little bit ripped up. That's not good. I don't know if it was like that already. Might have been. Um, but this is the Super Friends. I haven't read that one yet either. Okay. And here is here's one. Logan's Run. These are great comics. Logan's Run is. If you guys have not read them, highly recommend them. Here's another. This is the first issue of Logan's Run right there. So that's really cool. I would love to see a Logan's Run movie get made one day, but that's a really good comic there. And then this is like Marvel Comics and DC. I wonder if this is one of their crossover things. I don't even remember. It says Marvel Comics right there, and this is DC up there. So I don't know. That's kind of confusing for me. But it says unlimited access. Oh yeah, it says okay, featuring the original Avengers versus the original Justice League, and that's just for starters. Okay, so this is one of the crossover series that they had uh, before, so that's kind of interesting. Um, and then next up, I have the Young. Okay, the Young All Stars. That's what it says. I almost couldn't read it at first. The Young All Stars from DC. I have not read this one yet, but I've heard good things. Let me check it out. Oh man, I have so many of these. Some of these are from childhood. Some of these are modern. But I got Silver Surfer right here. This is issue number 9, and then I have issue number 4 of Silver Surfer right there, which is pretty cool. And then and I think I have a lot more Silver Surfer comics coming up, guys. So stay tuned to be bombarded with some Silver Surfer stuff. So next up, I have Annual Superman, first issue right here, which is kind of cool. Giant gorilla on Superman, and then and I guess oh yeah, I have Annual Superman and then Annual The Adventures of Superman. So that's kind of cool. So I got that. It's like you get both those comics together in one little pack. So that's kind of cool and it's a fun one. Next up, it's another Silver Surfer. Oh man, that's a thick one. I don't remember this being that thick. Here you go. Here's the first issue. This it's Silver Surfer, the Evolutionary War, right there. There you go. So Silver Surfer, the Evolutionary War, war with the Super Scroll. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, as you can tell, I was definitely a Silver Surfer fan. So right there, I have another Silver Surfer comic. This is number 8. I have Silver Surfer number 10 right here. That one has Galactus on the front. And he's not a cloud this time. Right there. So, and then, um, and then I've got me this Superman and Wonder Woman comic right here, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Says no one could stop Luthor from wrecking the Metropolis's World Fair. Mwahaha. Says no one but Superman and Wonder Woman. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. And then next up, I've got another Silver Surfer. This is issue number 5 of Silver Surfer. And then another Silver Surfer again. This one is issue number 6 of Silver Surfer. And then I've got Silver Surfer again. I know you are getting tired of Silver Surfer. But here is number 7 of Silver Surfer. And I know while y'all may be getting tired of Silver Surfer, he ain't tired of y'all because there's more of him. So here is number 3 of Silver Surfer right there. Pretty cool. And this one is amazing, which is Wolverine Old Man Logan right here. This is number 67. I actually own I own this because I think I got this one for free, but I also paid for like another one that like is all the issues in one book that I'll show you guys here in a second. But these books are fantastic. And it says this is where the heroes fell. Logan and Hawkeye at the massacre of the superheroes. And you see all the superheroes down there at the bottom massacred. It's a really cool poster. Such a good comic series. If you guys have not read it, check it out and then watch the movie Logan, which it's based off of. So then right here, we've got S. I guess that's what it's called. Or Superman. Oh, Superman / Batman. I don't know. But it's some sort of comic book here. I got this in a mystery box. There was like a mystery box thing that came with a bunch of comics. You didn't know which ones you were going to get. I think this is one of them, as well as this one. I think this one was in that, which is Area 88, right there. Which looks interesting. I think it's this is like a manga type of comic, so that's kind of cool. I got myself a manga called Area 88. And then this is one I had there, which was in that mystery box, I believe, which was Exiles, which I would love to do that. If they made like a horror pack thing where you get it in the mail to you and it's just a bunch of random comics, whether it's like the Golden Age or modern, I would love that service. If you guys know of anything like that, let me know. I'll definitely get it. But Exiles right there. So that's kind of cool. And then this one I got in that mystery box, but it's Ultraverse Ultra Force. So there you go. That's kind of cool. Some of those mystery box ones I still have to read. And then this is, I think, a mystery box one I got, which was this X Force right here. Kind of cool. I love me some X Force comics. Just trying to open this to see if there's anything else on the. Because it looks like it might be 2 comics, or is this just one? Okay, no, this is just one comic book. So yeah, it's X Force because I saw this little X-Men thing on the back, but no, this is just X Force. All right. And then this is the other Wonder Man one I've read, but here's another Wonder Man. Pretty good stuff. Oh man. And of course, guys, like I said, there's way more where that came from. So let me show you guys even more comic books after I put this one up. Okay, so just trying to make sure it's in there nice and safe and secure. This is why I need a comic box. Okay. All right. Oh no, a little corner ripped off or something, but you know what? I'll live. That's fine. These things are fragile. I really need to order me a comic box. I'm gonna look for one, like several of them actually. I feel like I have even more than some of these ones I'm showing off. Maybe a majority of them is in the stack because there's a lot here. All right. So next up, we've got West Coast Avengers. These are good ones. Enter the Pacific Overlords, guest starring Spider Woman. So that's kind of cool. All right. The next up after that, we've got a uh, double-sized milestone issue of Ghost Rider. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then this is a second issue of Scar, Son of Hulk. So that's kind of cool. I got myself a little Hulk comic there. And then here's a Deadpool comic that I own. Which is a fun one. And then right here, I've got Nonstop Spider-Man #1. This is a thick boy. Look how thick this boy is. That's a thick boy. And there you go. That's Nonstop Spider-Man. And then this was one I got, I believe, on Free Comic Book Day even though it doesn't say Free Comic Book Day on the side. I think I got this on Free Comic Book Day last year. But this is Batman White Knight. Pretty cool comic there. Says, unlike anything we've seen before from Nerdist. So that's really cool. And then I've got another one I got for Free Comic Book Day last year called Malika, Creed, and Fury. I never really read this one, but I got it last year. Free Comic Book Day. Sounds interesting. And then here's another Free Comic Book Day I got called Dark Arc Instinct. Never read this one either yet, but I need to check that one out when I get a chance. And then this one I did read, but I read it digitally, even though I own it physically as well, which is Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man comic, #1. That was actually a fun one. And then I've got another one, speaking of video games, that I actually really love. They actually made a comic book of Horizon Zero Dawn. So I got that one last year on Free Comic Book Day. That was really fun. So then you guys saw the first issue of Robin. Well, here's the third issue right there. Then here is Annual Justice League right there. So that's pretty cool. And then I've got myself a Flash Gordon one. So that's kind of fun. A little Flash Gordon comic there. And then this one is so good. This one is so good, guys. But both of these, but there's this Wolverine one here. And then there's and I love that poster too. Like, look how gnarly that poster is. Like, his claw is broken and he's like Wolverine has some of the coolest posters on his, I swear. And then here is the other Wolverine one, and this one has Silver Samurai. This one is what that movie the Wolverine was based on. This this series it was based on, and it was based on Wolverine Goes Japan, I think is what it's called. But there you go. There, that's really cool. And then I've got DC Anniversary Tales of the Teen Titans right there. So that's a Teen Titans comic. I need more Teen Titans stuff. I love Teen Titans. Then right here, I've got Batman Arkham United right here. Kind of cool. Or no, Arkham Unhinged. My bad. Why did I say United? I don't know why I said that. Here's one I got on Free Comic Book Day, I think in 2019. But this is a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. Right there. Star Lord. I should be wearing my Star Lord mask. But that's pretty cool. And then speaking of Guardians, here's another one I got on another Free Comic Book Day, which was Rocket Raccoon. That's pretty cool. I love me some Rocket Raccoon. He is my second favorite Guardian, I believe. It goes back and forth between him and Drax, but Star Lord's like my number one favorite. Then I got Avengers Assembled right here. And that's pretty cool. And, oh yes, I need to read this. I have read this, but I need to read I need to get more of this series and read more of this because it really seems like this is going to be Marvel's next huge event, like in game that they're going to do in the movies, and that is Secret Wars. Right there is Secret Wars. I got this on Free Comic Day. I was shocked that they had Secret Wars there, so that's really cool. So I'll definitely do that. Oh man, hold up, guys. Talking a lot is kind of draining my voice a bit, so I just had to take a sip of water real quick. But here we are. Now, if you want to talk about fantastic Wolverine series, I absolutely cannot recommend enough, guys. Pick up Death of Wolverine. If Wolverine is one of your favorites, pick up Death of Wolverine. This book here is so good. I mean, I have several issues here, but this is so good. Like, I highly recommend it, guys. Definitely recommend that. All right. And then I have Death of Wolverine, 3 of 4 right there. Which is pretty cool. And then I've also got this issue of Death of Wolverine, which is 4 of 4. I don't own the second issue. I own 1, 3, and 4, but that's a really cool poster right there. I like the Grim Reaper holding him and everything. It's only a 4-issue series, but I need to get like a second issue. And then these were like the prequel ones that set up to it. I still need to get more of them, but like they had the prequel series leading up to his death was 2 Months to Die, Wolverine, right there. And then they had 3 Months to Die, which was right there. Wolverine. So that's some good ones there. I got this on Free Comic Book Day. 1 year. I don't know if this was in 2018 or 2019, but Fight Club is my second favorite movie of all time. So, of course, it being my second favorite movie of all time, I had to have a Fight Club comic. So this is one of the ones I got on Free Comic Book Day at one point. This is really cool. And then another one I have here is the New 52 Future's End. This is another one I got on Free Comic Day at one point. So that's kind of cool. And then I got this one, a number one called Divergence. This is from DC. I got this on another Free Comic Day. And then here is one called The Amazing. Oh, this is like the Amazing Pokemon Guidebook. Is this an actual like comic or? I don't know why this is in there, but I got a little guidebook of Pokemon. That's kind of interesting. And then I've got here, which is like a preview of other Marvel stuff there. So that's kind of interesting. And then I've got this one, which is a number one issue for Black Panther. Right there. That's kind of cool. A Hero No More, it says. So that's a good one. And then right here, oh man, this is like weighing me down. Oh, are you asking me if I'm a Pokemon guy or a Yu-Gi-Oh? If it was like I grew up with both, and I collected all the cards and such, and had all the trading cards and games and all that jazz. Um, I think growing up, I was more of a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think now I'm more of a fan of Pokemon. So, but you can't go wrong with either one. Definitely not. Um, which one are you more a fan of, Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon? Um, but this next one here is X-Men Adventures Cable right there. It's pretty cool. And then I've got a T2 Terminator 2 Judgment Day comic book right there. So that's kind of cool that they made that. I never read the comic. I love it's the adaptation of the new smash hit film is what it says. Man, so that's old because that film came out a long time ago. That's the first issue. So I need to check that out at some point. He says Yu-Gi-Oh for me. Nice, nice. And then he says, "Have you tried the new Yu-Gi-Oh game on mobile?" I have not. I'm gonna have to download that after this is done. I did not know um Yu-Gi-Oh was a game. Let me well, I knew it was a game, but I didn't know like it had a new mobile game uh to it because they've made games of Yu-Gi-Oh in the past, but it's kind of cool. Let me hold up. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel or is it Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links or Yu-Gi-Oh Neuron? Jeez, they have three Yu-Gi-Oh games. I don't know which one it is, but that's really cool. Yeah, I have to definitely check those out. Um, hmm, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. That's really cool. Oh, uh, he says it's Master Duel. Nice, nice. I'll have to download that one. Thanks for the recommendation, man. Um, so next up, I've got Phoenix Returns. Love Dark Phoenix and stuff, and so this is a really cool one. The Dark Phoenix saga is one of my favorite storylines in all of comics. And that's why it's just like every time they do a movie of it, it's like they mess it up so bad, and it's just And then here's Phoenix presents Cyclops and Marvel Girl. So that's pretty cool right there. Um, and then next I have another Phoenix one, Phoenix Bizarre Adventures right there. That's pretty cool. And then I've got The Incredible Hulk versus X Factor right there. That's pretty cool. Next, I have a first issue of X-Men Adventures right here. So this one's pretty good. And then I've got issue number 2 of X-Men Adventures right there. And it says Attack of the Nasty Boys. Oh yeah, that's what all the ladies call me. Nasty boy. I've read issue number 1, but not 2 yet. I need to read issue number 2 now. All right, and then next up right here. Oh man, I'm trying to like hold this and hold this stack. I have so many comics. Oh my god. All right, so right here I have this says Hex, but this is a Jonah Hex comic. Right here, I like Jonah Hex, and this is a first issue as well. This is the origin of Jonah Hex right there. So that's really cool. And then that's a really good one too. And then right here, I've got issue number 2 of Hex. So that's really cool. And then I've got one that is kind of correlates with Jonah Hex in a way, and like their personalities and abilities and stuff, and that's Judge Dredd right there. So that's kind of cool. I got Judge Dredd one. And I've got me some Punisher comics for any of you Punisher fans out there. Here is The Punisher, issue number 3, right here. And then here is another issue of The Punisher. This is issue number 4 right there. It's a good one. And then I've got another Punisher. You're going to be seeing a lot of Punisher now. There's another one, Punisher. Click. That's what it says on there. And then here's another Punisher right here. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the Punisher, as you guys can tell. And then bear with me. I've got a little bit more Punisher stuff. So here is another Punisher right here. No Way Out of the Graveyard, it says. Here is another Punisher one. And he's like fighting a ninja on this cover here, which is kind of cool, as you guys can see. And then here I've got another Punisher one. And man, he's like what I wish any girl would be like with me. Like that girl is like on him. She's like giving his shoulder a hickey. What the heck? And then here is the Punisher, the Evolutionary War, right there. This one's really good. This one's really good. This is the first issue. Have any of you guys seen that Thomas Jane Punisher movie? I love that one. So this is issue number 3. I haven't. Again, I have like a big box, like a big collection of all these, in like one book. But here's the Infinity Gauntlet right here. Really, really good series. If you guys have not checked that one out, I highly just suggest it. And then here is the first issue of X-Men. from Chris Claremont. Actually, wait, is that the same one I had? That might be the same one. Actually, that might be it. It just had a different cover. And then here's Predator versus Magan versus Robot Fighter. So that's interesting. So a little Predator comic there. That's pretty cool. From Dark Horse Comics. And then here's another Predator versus Robot Fighter right there. Pretty cool. And then we've got another Star Wars one. I have Han, and now I've got Lando. Star Wars Lando right there. This is a fun one. It even has the Han Solo ad on the back, and I showed you guys that one earlier. So now it's like the collection's complete because I've got Lando right there, and this is a fun one. And then next up, I have the Cosmic Avenger Quasar, however you say it. But there you go. It's a Infinity Gauntlet crossover. That one's pretty cool. And then I've got a Daredevil comic. Love me some Daredevil. The Man Without Fear, which is really cool. So there's Daredevil one. And then I've got the Defenders. Speaking of like Daredevil stuff, here is the Defenders right here. That's really cool. Here's another Wolverine one. As you guys can tell, I'm a big Wolverine fan. Right there. So that's pretty cool. And then I have a Spectacular Spider-Man, as we're calling it right here, which is pretty cool. Puma's Rage, whatever that is. Power Man and Iron Fist right here. So, yeah, a little Iron Fist love in there. Does anyone actually like that show? I'm just curious to know. And then we got, hey, nice. Braden says Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. He is in my top 3 or 5, somewhere around there. My top 2 is number 1 is Wolverine, and then number 2 is Batman. But my number 3 might be Spider-Man. If not Spider-Man, I have to think of like someone else who would fit that role. But I just really gravitated like for nostalgia's sake. I think Spider-Man's in the top 3 because I grew up the most with Spider-Man out of every one of the superheroes. So I think he's definitely high up there for me. Like almost a majority of my Spider-Man comics I own are like from my childhood. And I'm gonna show off another one here soon. But here's one called this is an X Factor one right here, which is pretty cool. And then Braden says, which actor do you like best? Ooh, I like Tobey Maguire. So for me, Toby has my heart because when I watched that film for the first time, it's like I remember I wanted to be Spider-Man so much. I bought one of those like muscle suits and stuff like that from back in the day. Um, they don't really make those anymore, and I would go around the house acting like I was Spider-Man, and you can never take that off me. I loved being Spider-Man, and so I looked up to Tobey Maguire. He was my first ever superhero I ever saw on the big screen. And so I remember just being so blown away and just loving Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So he has my heart on a personal level. But as far as the one I feel encapsulates like Spider-Man, as far as the wittiness plus the fun personality plus the kind of um all what you need in Spider-Man, especially in No Way Home. I feel like Andrew Garfield kind of encapsulated all that. So I think like the best portrayal of Spider-Man is probably Andrew Garfield, but I think as far as the movies go, the best portrayal of Spider-Man is actually in the PS4 game. But the best portrayal of Spider-Man in the movies would probably be Andrew Garfield, but my personal favorite is Tobey Maguire. So that's probably how I'd say it. So good pick, my friend. Good pick. Tom Holland, sorry, man. You're Iron Man Jr. You're not really Spider Man. So you're like way down at the bottom. And then this one I have Man versus Myth atop Mount Olympus. This is Iraq, Son of Thunder. This one I never read. Probably should check it out. It's a DC comic. Um, and then this one I have is another Batman comic, which with a really cool poster there. And then I've got Earth 2 World's End, the new 52. Well, that's a kind of thick one. That's kind of cool. And then I've got me a Green Lantern comic book right here. That's kind of cool. Reunited against a terrifying new menace on our streets. The Green Lantern / Green Arrow team. So that's pretty cool. And then I've got this one a friend gave to me. I love the show Doom Patrol. It is one of, if not my favorite comic book series right now. Maybe one of, because right now Invincible is like amazing. But Doom Patrol is 3 seasons in and it's still consistent, so that's probably the best. So I got a Doom Patrol comic book that my friend gave me. This is the first issue of Doom Patrol. And it's so good. It's so good, guys. The comics as well as the show, they're also good. All right. And then this one, The Thing, is my all-time favorite horror movie. So I need to get issue number 2 of this. And I found this at a comic book store. I never knew they made a comic book of it. This one is called The Thing from Another World, right there. And that's the comic book right there. I'm a big fan of horror comics. Like, I love horror comics. I want to get like some Freddy comics I've seen. I want to get like other kind of comics. But that are in the horror genre, and this is the one of the first ones I have here, which is The Thing from Another World. So that's pretty cool. That's a good one there. I'm going to put these all in gently. But which one so far has been your favorite that I've shown off, guys? Sound off in the comments below, and also you do the math for me. So far, does it look like I own more Marvel or more DC? I think I own more Marvel comics, even though I'm more of a DC guy myself, like overall. But I do love Marvel, and like you guys can tell that because of all the freaking Silver Surfers I bombarded you with, as well as many other kinds of comics. So, and all the Punisher ones and all that stuff. So yeah, they're and all the X-Men's. Jeez, I have a lot of X-Men stuff. Yeah, X-Men and Spider-Man were big in my childhood, so I read a lot of those as kids or as a kid. Bear with me, guys. I'm putting all these back. I still have more comics to show you guys, so bear with me. It's gonna be a long one, guys. All right, cool. Geez. Okay. Death of Wolverine. I'm putting you in there gently because you are one of my favorite comics I've ever read. All right, cool. And then here is this one. As you guys can tell, I am a really good host for Hall of Heroes because I own way too many comic books. I'm like a freak when it comes to owning comics. But you know what? I've got no regrets when it comes to owning comics. No regrets whatsoever. All right. And then these ones can go in the back here. Oh, I'm sorry. The camera's like totally off of me. Okay. Whew-wee. All right. Now that I put those ones back in their home, whew, and let me take a sip of water and then show you guys even more comics. Okay. I'm trying to see if I, oh, yeah. All right. So that one I didn't grab. Should have gotten. And then this one here, I do want to show off to you guys. So I got this really cool. This isn't a comic, but it is related. It's a DC Comics, the Ultimate Character Guide. So that's kind of cool. You get like all this different stuff about characters of DC, and I've of course read this as a nerd. Oh, there's Hush. Please put Hush in a Batman movie. I really want Hush in a Batman movie. Make him the next villain in the Batman 2, please. That'd be so cool. But Katana. It's just pretty cool. And then you get stuff like Phantom Stranger in here, Power Girl, Robin, Rocket Red, Saturn Girl, Sandman. There's your Sandman if you're interested in checking that out. Silver Banshee, love her, love her. Zoom, the Reverse Flash, Zatanna right there. So yeah, this is a deep dive into DC characters and stuff like that. So it's really really cool. If you guys are DC fans, definitely recommend you pick this up. And then I've also got, I showed you guys earlier this, but here is the full real deal of the Infinity Gauntlet. This is all the books together. I've read this whole thing and it is utterly fantastic. I read it before. I went to go see like Infinity War and Avengers Endgame and stuff, and this is really really good, guys. I recommend picking up the Infinity Gauntlet if you guys have not read that. And then next up, this now is the epitome of my childhood. So I grew up with the Tobey Maguire. Braden just mentioned Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Well, I grew up as I mentioned with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So this is the comic. It has wear and tear on it, as you guys can tell, and that's from me reading it so much. This is the comic I read the most as a kid. So this is a prized possession here. This is the official comic adaptation of Spider-Man from 2002, right here. I read this one so much. Oh my god. And then here is go for the ultimate spin, and it shows Willem Dafoe here on the back as Green Goblin. Oh man, this is so fun. But like, yeah, there's some pages for you guys to kind of view. But yeah, this one I definitely read a lot as a kid. And if I want like a trip down memory lane, I'll go back to this one again on occasion. Uh, because man, I loved reading this so much. That's why you can tell all the little markings, like that marking on it. You can tell this has definitely seen the light of day. It's been loved. It's definitely been loved. Uh, and then Braden says, "Oh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, it definitely is pretty. I love it." Um, and then next up, I've got this one here talking about something that's pretty. This is pretty cool. I want to show you guys something special about this. First, and Braden says, "Very sick comic." Oh yeah, you bet. Have you read the comic adaptation of Spider-Man? It is really fun if you haven't. Um, but this is a series of ones called Marvel Champions. I haven't watched it. I'll probably or watched it. I haven't read it. I'll probably read it before Captain Marvel, or not Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel comes out because it looks like Miss Marvel is a lead character in this. Um, but it says Champions is a confident and tantalizingly fresh take on the team of its characters. So that's pretty cool. Here is Marvel's Champions. Now, the coolest part about this comic here, I found this at a comic book store and I saw that I had an autograph in it. I thought that this would be a lot of money because it's signed by the author, Eve Lewig, the writer Eve Lewig, or Eve L. Ewing, or something like that. That's how you say it. But something along those lines. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name wrong if you ever watch this, but um but what's cool is right here she autographed it. And this was only guys, this comic was like 20 bucks. I got this for 20 bucks and it came with that autograph from the actual writer and everything. So this is really really cool. I kind of haven't read it yet because I'm such a collector that I just kind of don't want to ruin the comic at all in any way since this is an autographed comic book and it's like something very very special if it's autographed. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the comic book store says that like they get writers in there all the time. They'll come in there and they'll autograph their own stuff. And so I got to get an autographed comic book from uh with the writer autographing it. And this is the last one available too when I showed up. There was like two that they sold total, and then there was like that two like autographed versions. That's how you knew it was rare. And so like they sold one, and then this was the last autographed version I picked up. So this is really cool that I got this. Man, but yeah, that was a really really cool comic there. And then talking about Infinity stuff. So you saw Infinity Gauntlet. Well, here's another thick boy. This is the Infinity War right there. So um, this is a thick boy, as you can tell. They lasted a lot of ones. I read all the Infinity Gauntlet one, but I actually have never read all of this one because, as you can tell, it's thick. But I got like halfway through it. I just need to finish reading this. Um, but yeah, it's really, really good stuff there. Uh, then next up, uh, okay, Michael, come on. Okay, all right. So next up, I've got this is my girl, my favorite. Mm, I don't count her as a superhero, so I can still say Batman is a superhero. But this might be my favorite DC character of all time. Joker is definitely my favorite villain of all comics. between him and like Magneto and stuff, uh, but definitely Joker. I think is my favorite all-time villain. But my favorite all-time DC character goes back and forth between Batman and this girl, Harley Quinn. Nice to meet ya. I love that was a terrible Harley Quinn impression, but there's Harley Quinn. Love Harley Quinn. I got this as a gift from a friend. Read this whole thing, of course, because I'm a huge Harley Quinn nut. It's so good, guys. It's so good. All right. Um, Now you'll be hearing me mention this one later, but Watchmen is the number one comic book I've ever read. It is the greatest, the single greatest comic book of all time, in my opinion. There's no other comic book that has come close. I mean, there's a few comic books that have come close, like one of the ones I'm going to mention, uh, but like none of like matched the brilliance of Watchmen. And so I ended up getting this prequel series they did of my two favorite characters from Watchmen, the comedian Rorschach, which is called Before Watchmen, right here. So this is a little prequel series that they did. And yeah, again, guys, it's so good. And this was a really good prequel too. Like it's not, of course, on par with Alan Moore's stuff, because this was written by Brian Azzarello. Azzarello. I think he was the writer. Um, this might actually have like three writers on it. But it's definitely a good read, guys. Like it just know it's going to be different from your Watchmen that you're used to. But yeah, so it's Brian Azzarello that's the writer of this one. So he does a really good job there. Like pays a lot of homage to Alan Moore, but uh obviously it's not, you know, on par with uh the real deal. But this is still good. I still recommend it, especially if you're a Watchmen fan, like I am. So this next one is uh it is an exclusive complete graphic novel of Captain America Winter Soldier right there. So Captain America Winter Soldier. So you get that little Captain America one there. This is one I read before Winter Soldier came out, and it was really good. It was really good. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. Um, all right, and then next up, this is the one I got as a gift as well, which is Iron Man Armor Wars. I love Iron Man. He's one of my favorite uh, Marvel characters, and so I got Iron Man Armor Wars. How many, how many have drawn blood with my sword? Is what it says on the back. It's a quote, but yeah, this is a really good one. Uh, some of his just older comics here put into one thing, so it's pretty cool. And I enjoy this one quite a bit. Okay, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I feel like I'm missing a comic. I'm gonna have to check and see. I feel like I am. Yeah, I'm missing the Long Halloween. Where did that go? Well, whenever I take a break, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, just to catch my breath, all that stuff, because I've been talking a lot. Um, I'm gonna go and try to look for that 'cause it's got to be in here. And then while I do that, uh, you know, I'll also get my grand finale to show you guys. But real quick, I want to show you. I showed you a one issue of it I had, but now I'll show you this one of Wolverine Old Man Logan. This is a fantastic fan book here. If you guys have not read it, I definitely recommend it. How's it going? Am I frozen on you guys' screens? It shows that I'm frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen for you guys though. That's just like or if that's just a me thing. Trying to see where my phone is, because yeah, it shows that I'm frozen, and I'm trying to figure out if that's. What I'm gonna real quick. I am back, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. My conflict, wow, my stream glitched up. I think it was StreamYard. It was either StreamYard or my internet. I think it was StreamYard though. It's stupid sometimes. So it glitched up, kicked me out. So I had to get back in. So yeah, that's my story, guys. I'm so sorry about that. If you guys are watching this after the fact, just I really hope you guys fast forwarded through that. Please do fast forward through that part. You'll get back to me uh, sharing my comics. Um, but yeah, so first off, beforehand, I do want to go back to what I was talking about. I already showed it off, but I'll just talk about it briefly. It is Old Man Logan again, guys. Awesome comic book, one of my favorite Wolverine comics. Hey, they even have a Death of Wolverine in the back there, advertisement of it. But yeah, some really good stuff there. And then this was that one I showed you. I found it while I was trying to load up, but it's Batman: The Long Halloween, #1. It's the first issue, and as you guys can tell, that's the Catwoman from the movie, that's the Batman from the movie, and that's the Riddler from the movie. I actually got this for seeing an early screening. I saw the Batman 5 days early, and I got this as part of that early screening. They handed me this free comic of The Long Halloween. So I got this um, alongside it as a special edition. So this thing, considering it's a movie theater only one, because of the front cover, and it's a movie theater only comic. This thing was actually like worth a lot if you think about it in a way. So this is really cool. Um, so yeah, guys, uh, definitely read The Long Halloween. That's a good comic. Um, and then next up, I've got another uh, iconic one here that I absolutely love, which is Remember, the 5th of November. That's my face right there. But V for Vendetta. This is the one I said comes close to Watchmen. And they're both Alan Moore, which is funny. Um, it doesn't quite top uh, Watchmen, but it certainly comes close. And the themes that it addresses and what it really, uh, has to say, and about our political world and all this stuff, it's so relevant to today. And V is just such a great character. And whenever 5th of November comes, like I did a V for Vendetta, which is my favorite comic book movie. I did a watch along of that comic book film. Uh, Last 5th of November in 2021. This 5th of November, I'm going to do an entire comic read through of this. So it's a thick one. So on stream, I'm going to do an entire read through of this comic book for this graphic novel for you guys. It says, remember the 5th of November. And then these are some of the quotes. And it says on the back here, it says, dark, gripping storytelling from Entertainment Weekly. It says, densely packed, thematically vibrant, and philosophically challenging work that defies easy categorization from Scripps Howard News Service. He's definitely right there. Perhaps Moore's most powerful work from Portland Mercury. Right here is this one. And it says, a frightening and powerful tale of the loss of freedom and identity in a chillingly believable totalitarian world. V for Vendetta stands as one of the highest achievements of the comics medium and a defining work from creators Alan Moore and David Lloyd, set in an imagined future England that has given itself over to fascism. This groundbreaking story captures both the suffocating nature of life in an authoritarian police state and the redemptive power of the human spirit which rebels against it. Crafted with sterling clarity and intelligence, V for Vendetta brings an unequaled depth of characterization and, and verisimilitude to its unflinching account of oppression and resistance. So, this is an amazing comic, guys. If that didn't sell you on it, I don't know what will. if you guys have seen the movie, it is excellent, but the comic is even better. I recommend both though. We're almost there, guys. We are almost done. I think we've got 2 more left. I think there's 2 more comics left. That's kind of unreal. We're already there, but this one again, one of my absolute favorites. Mark Miller is one of my favorite writers. Right behind Alan Moore and stuff is Mark Miller, and then Frank Miller too. I think is his dad's name. But they're both fantastic writers. And Mark Miller did Kick Ass. There's Hit Girl. Yeah, this Kick Ass hardback too. It's a hardcover. This is a really good comic, guys. Wow. And I mean, on the back here, it's obviously praising itself hard, saying the greatest superhero comic of all time. It's certainly up there. I don't know if it's my number 1 favorite, but it is certainly up there. It's like in the top 10. This is a really good one, guys. I definitely recommend this. And the movie is really great too. But definitely read yourself some Kick Ass. All right. Now, I think we're on the last one. Let me go grab it real quick. So I'm going to stop cam, but I'll be right back. All right. This is the grand finale right here, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. My prized possession. Now, I should own like a paperback version of this. I read it at the Lynchburg Public Library because I'm here in Virginia. That's where I read it. I rented it one time from the library, read it, fell in love with this. This was the greatest comic book I've ever read. I need to buy a version that I can just read on my own whenever I want to. I think I do digitally. I have it digitally, but I want like a regular version that I can like read on my own. But this right here, I got this for Christmas one time. It is a hardback version, never been opened. I never opened this thing. I'm never going to open this thing. This is such a prized possession of mine. I'm not hardcore of a collector, guys. That I collect comics I don't even open. That's how much of a collector I am. So this one here is Watchmen. And it's just in a big old box here. There is the comedian and Silk Spectre. And then there's the covers of the like graphic novel, like the different hardback other versions that are inside this big case here. So that's really cool. And then Night Owl right there. And then um and then oh, why am I begins with a V. Why am I cannot believe, hold up. That's just gonna kill me, the fact that this is my favorite comic book of all time. And I'm blanking out on an actual name. This is so dumb. Hold up, guys. Um Ozymandias, that was it. I think it was something like that, yeah. So that's Ozymandias and Night Owl right there. Oh, and Ozymandias is so bad. I remember that guy. And then of course, a lot of people's favorites, which is Doctor Manhattan. I wish they had Rorschach on the side, but they don't. That's fine. Rorschach is one of my favorite superheroes ever. Um, And then here's the top right there. And then the bottom. Oh, I guess they do have them technically because there's the Rorschach face. So that's pretty cool. Got a little Rorschach face there on the bottom. So this right here is my prized possession, guys. Never have opened it. Never am gonna open it. This thing just means the world to me. Um, it says from USA Today, groundbreaking, and then from Lost co-creator Damon Lindelof. That's cool that the Lost co-creators has something to say on it. It says the greatest piece of popular fiction ever produced. Absolutely. And then Rolling Stone says Watchmen is peerless. Oh yeah, one of Time Magazine's 100 best English language novels since 1923. That's kind of crazy. So this is, to me, my favorite, not just comic book of all time, or comic books of all time. This is to me the greatest piece of literature I've ever read. Watchmen is the single greatest book in general that I've ever read. Be this book I've ever read, hands down, without question. Uh, and so go get yourself a copy of Watchmen when you can. In case you guys don't know, I will read it for here with you guys. It says, in a world where mere presence of American superheroes changed history, the U.S. won the Vietnam War, Nixon is still president, and the Cold War is in full effect. Watchmen begins as a murder mystery, but soon unfolds into a planet-altering conspiracy. As the revolution comes to a head, the unlikely group of reunited heroes, Rorschach, Night Owl, Silk Spectre, Dr. Manhattan, and Ozymandias, must test the limits of their convictions and ask themselves where the true line is between good and evil. From Alan Moore, the award-winning writer of V for Vendetta and Batman: The Killing Joke. Oh shoot, he wrote that too. Dang, he's such a good writer. So, and David Gibbons, the artist of Green Lantern. The Watchmen Collector's Edition is DC Comics' first ever slipcase collection, featuring the entire 12-issue series reproduced as oversized single hard issue covers, utilizing the recolored pages found in Watchmen, the Absolute Edition. So, and this costed $130, guys. That is why I'm never opening this thing. This is a massive collector's item for me. So, you've seen it, and mwah, and I love it. So, there you go, guys. That right there is all my comics. This took a long time. And there's going to be more where that came from because I'm always getting new comics and I'm always going to the comic book stores. So there's always going to be new comics for me. And that doesn't even include the digital ones. I own a lot of digital comics as well. So yeah, I am big into comics, guys, as you can tell. So let me know in the comments what kind of comics do you guys own? I'll be very curious into hearing what you guys have. I'll be very interested in that. Also, let me know which comic that I own that's like your personal favorite. I would love to hear that down below. And then, you following the math for me, let me know which one I have more of, Marvel or DC. I think I have more Marvel, but it could be DC. Who knows? Um, but yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. And I'm gonna do another one of these videos down the line, but I'm gonna wait till I get like even more comics, like a ton of comics more, so that I have like way longer of a video. Like the next time I do this, I want to have enough to make this like a 3 hour video. That's going to be the next one I do. So it's going to be years from now, probably, but this is just something I wanted to put together for you guys and really just share with you since it's free comic book day. Um, and I'm going to go read one of these comics actually right now. So let me know which one I should read. I'm actually thinking about reading the Doctor Strange one or one of my free comics I got today because I'm in that Doctor Strange mood ever since the new movie came out. So I'll probably read that. Uh, but I mean, I've been getting through all these comics lately. So yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, if you guys want to know uh, what's coming up, so with tomorrow being Mother's Day, I don't know what I have planned with Mom. Yeah, um, but I might film you for you guys a Mother's Day review, like the movie Mother's Day, or do like a remake versus original, and do like a little showdown between the original Mother's Day and the remake of Mother's Day, and like what's the best and worst of them. Do something like that. So I might film something along those lines, or and then also that night, if I have time to watch it, I might film the third episode of the Barry After Show for you guys. And then later in the week, sometime during the weekday, like a weekday or something, we're going to be hosting a Hall of Heroes where we will be talking um, all spoiler details uh, for um, Multiverse of Madness. That was a movie. Jeez, I can't think of it. Which is ironic that the movie is initialed Mom. I took my mom to today as an early Mother's Day gift, which is funny. So, um, but yeah, so we'll be giving you guys our reviews of that, plus reviews of Moon Knight and other stuff on Hall Heroes. So stay tuned for that. Um, and yeah, and a lot more. And also, I think I should start doing comic reviews. I might do that on Hall of Heroes. Like if I read a comic that I really like, I might mention it, and or if there's a new release comic that comes out, I might read that new release comic and then tell you and then review it for you guys and tell you guys what I think. That would be kind of interesting. Um, I think that would be really fun to do on Hall of Heroes. I might start doing that with all these comics that I have. Um, so that'll be it from me today, guys. Also, I will be filming them. They're not going to be. I might do a couple live ones, but they're not. This is going to be a mostly pre-recorded series. Um, but I will be having coming up in July the Hallow Scream review series. It's going to involve J-Man's Movie Cave, a good friend of mine, Bacon Poo Poo, another good friend of mine, Can Blood Media, some good friends of mine at Dark Ether Files podcast, yours truly, Mega Movies, and then Good Real Hunting, other good friends of mine there, Braden Timmons, and then Fachi Cinema, another good friend of mine. So you get all you. So those are all the channels. We're all teaming up to do a Halloween review series or Hallow Scream review series, I should say. So definitely stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really fun time. That's going to start late July, I believe. So like July 25th or something. So stay tuned for that, guys. And it's going to lead all the way up to the to Halloween ends. So that'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that. Uh, but there you have it, folks. That's the comic collection video. So, whew, that's a long one, but I'm gonna rest my voice up. I'm gonna read a comic here and go to bed. So, I'll see you all next time, and until the next video.